everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Good morning, vlogsters. I feel very crooked. I don't feel like I'm laying down that flat, but look, Jimmy gave me his cup today. So this coffee's going to be warm. Pumpkin spice and caramel macchiato. Oh my goodness. What a great combination. Don't worry, they're both sugar-free. Oh, that lamp isn't bothering you, but it is reflecting in the camera. I can't see myself. Hi. So today's the big MRI day. I am as ready as I can be, other than taking the clips out of my hair and getting dressed, because there's no point in me getting dressed now and then laying around and being all wrinkled by the time I get to the doctor's office. So I would lie if I told you I wasn't nervous. I am, because just like last time, I never had the contrast before, and I know some people can have a reaction. So I'm not anticipating the reaction. I'm just saying, like, that's part that makes me nervous. And not having Jim there the whole time. So I said to him this morning, well, I didn't say to him before, I'm sorry. I thought about this morning. Ugh, good morning. Hi, let me have some more coffee so my brain works. This morning I realized that it isn't just him taking me to the appointments. He gives me a lot of help getting ready for them. And I know that my friends offered to do that for me, but some of it is just stuff that I'm not comfortable with other people doing, if that makes any sense. Plus he's my husband and I want to, okay, I'm just going to cry. God forbid something happens to me. Like, what was the last thing? I didn't get to see him and he wasn't there, and I don't want him to feel bad if something happens to me and he wasn't there. So I'm not like scared for myself, because I know who I am and where I'm going to be, but I just really want to have a lot of life left with him, you know. I'm looking forward to our future, and life is so precious these days. I mean, it always has been, don't get me wrong, but I guess we get reminders more and more about how precious it is. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I feel like that was necessarily unnecessary. Okay, stop. All right. Not only do I get anxious sometimes when I'm in a lot of pain, or I'm anticipating being in a lot of pain, or if I don't, I feel like I got that from my mom. So I don't know if I ever told you guys that she had a heart attack in January and they put in a pacemaker, and she died that following August. But in May, her and my little brother and I took a train ride to California. And we were in like regular coach seats until Buffalo or until Chicago. I can't remember, but I think it was till Chicago. It might have been till Chicago, but I think it might have been till Buffalo. I can't remember, honestly. But then we slept in like a cabin car where they like the two chairs that face each other, not the big one that you get with the bathroom and everything. And it was like pretty amazing. But when we had gotten to Chicago, the train parked really far away from the station where we had to pick up the other train. And she got panicky, like she needed a wheelchair because she couldn't walk that whole way. And then I was like, I never saw her panicky like that before. I did see her panicky like that one time after, but I never saw her panicky like that before. And I feel like that's how I'm getting. Like, and I don't know that I'm doing it intentionally. It's what's happening. So what I mean by that is, so I get into the office and I see the reception, and I want to be able to have my husband be proactive and say, you go get comfortable and I'll check you in. But that's okay. He doesn't. So I go check myself in, and then of course I'm sitting in the wheelchair, and the receptionist can go at a speed that she knows to go at. And when we haven't made it like it's an emergent situation, people just, will do what they need to do. So I start to get like the panicky build up that I'm anticipating the pain that's coming by sitting in that chair longer. So by the time he gets moving again, I'm starting to like rush him. I'm like, please hurry, hurry, hurry. And then I get on the bed, and I get on that like little bench thingy, and I lay down. And I feel like, I know that this sounds stupid because you can't really abuse anybody, but I feel like I can be abusive without intending to be, obviously. I guess when someone has a panic attack too is the same thing. You can't necessarily control it when it's starting. Like, you can make it shorter, you can calm yourself down, or when you feel it coming, you can control, maybe be able to control it, but you don't always feel it coming. It just all of a sudden can hit you. So I kind of feel like that's part of the situation, is I just like, I get like panicky, and then I can't really communicate well, especially like, okay, so if it's a new time, like if him and I are doing something for the first time, it's like I can't really communicate. But like, this would be the third time going with this pain, because we went and got x-rays, and we went to the doctor's office, and we went to get the MRI the first time. So this is like, that MRI and the x-ray and the doctor's office were the same day, but like, this is the third time, and I feel like he would know now that I need to hurry up from reception. I need to go lay on that bench. I need to take a break before I go into the office. He would know all these things that my friends taking me don't know. And also, I feel like, I don't want to say like I can abuse my husband, because that's not the right way to say it. And I don't know exactly how to say this, but if I have a panic attack with my husband, I kind of feel like, for better or for worse, sickness and in health. But my friends don't sign up for that, for me to go ahead and have a full-blown panic attack on them. I guess that's really what I'm trying to say, but I don't know if that's even true, or if that's even the right way to say it. But I just feel that way sometimes. I'm just like, ugh. Sorry, I should get a tissue. Forgive the big fat arm in the way. Excuse me. When you cry, your bookies come out. And Green just did a thing on why that happens. Or maybe it was the other, I don't know. Anyway, so that's part of it. Like, we have a second, like a shorthand for certain things. And that's also like part of it, full-blown having to explain things. And though I so desperately is not the right word, vehemently, strongly appreciate, passionately appreciate my friends doing all this stuff for me, I just really wish he could be here. I really wish he could be here doing this with me. I am looking forward to getting answers. I'm looking forward to first of all, I'm looking forward to kicking this test's butt, because nobody defeats me 2 times in a row. but I am all like mentally prepared for it. I am physically preparing for it. I have my medication regimen set. I have, hopefully I'll have been able to go to the bathroom fully, beforehand, because you can't go during. So there's that, and hope the weather holds out. It's supposed to be warm but cloudy, so that's kind of good. I just hope it goes smoothly. I prepared for it to go smoothly, so I hope it goes smoothly. Okay, so that's the update on that. Oh, I took my earrings out because I didn't want to accidentally forget to leave them in. And you guys know my rings have been off. I've been shopping around for a new ring because this one doesn't fit anymore. And I don't anticipate gaining the weight back, so it's not like I'm getting rid of it, but it's not costume jewelry, but it's, well, I guess it would be considered, I don't know. It's platinum over sterling silver, and it's diamond-ink, so I don't know that I call that costume jewelry. For me, costume jewelry is the fake stuff. This is enhanced jewelry. Oh, gosh. Man-made jewelry. Man-made stones. Anyhow, so today I wanted to just come on here and update you on today's the MRI. I wasn't sure if I was going to vlog, but I just took my morning meds, and I'm trying to, like, keep the pain at bay. I'm trying to, like, get the psyche up. I'm trying to, when I'm done with this, I'm going to listen to some music so I have some songs stuck in my head. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you guys do that? Because last time she played music, and it was a Christian station on iHeartRadio, and they were doing a fundraiser. I'm sure they're not still doing their fundraiser after all this time, but it just was like commercial. Wasn't music. So, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I was so successful last time. I know I say I was mad at myself because I didn't complete it, but honestly, I did the whole hour. What I really should have talked about with her beforehand was when I scheduled back-to-back appointments, I didn't expect it was going to be, oh, and I actually suggested, like, can't you just keep going? You know, like, do the femur and just keep going to the knee. I didn't expect it was going to take 2 hours to do that. I figured you have an hour-long appointment, and the appointments are hour blocks. So it's like, I have an appointment from 2 to 3. The next person has an appointment from 3 to 4, like that. So I just assumed that it was, the test itself was actually less than an hour because the prep and setup and cleanup was an hour. But when I got there and she's like, you have to lay here for 2 hours. I was like, 2 hours? I was like, wait. First of all, I was thinking to myself, I thought it was going to be 2 separate tests. And then if you're going to make it one test, why is it going to be 2 hours? Like, if the actual testing time is like 45 minutes, wouldn't 2 be an hour and a half? Like, whatever logic I was saying to myself, I just never said it out loud. And that's kind of my bad. Because if I would have had 2 appointments, like done one and got up and rested and rolled over and rested, I could have done the second one. Because first of all, knowing that I was almost done with the first one would have been like game changer. And if they could have been 2 separate tests, then obviously that would have been a game changer too. Had I actually said something to her beforehand. Because I'm always trying to, part of my self-confidence is to speak and think confidently. Sometimes questioning things makes you feel less confident about something. Sometimes it makes you feel more confident about something, but sometimes it makes you feel less confident about something. So it's like, do I question this and then feel less confident about being able to do it? Or Like, should I have said something? I don't know. It's over, so it's in the past, but it's just going to teach me for the future of, like, how to do what I need to do. And sorry, I'm starting to get a little chilly. So today I'm going to really communicate all of my needs. I'm going to communicate all of my my questions with her. I'm going to really make sure that I'm comfortable before anything gets started. I know it's important that she do her whole thing. Like, she's got to set up everything and get the cage on my leg and all that stuff. But it's also going to be very important for me to communicate with her that I'm comfortable. I have got to be somewhat comfortable while this test goes on, because I can't fail it again. Now, just to remind you guys, if you haven't watched all the videos, that they said I should go. They suggested I get sedation for for the pain, for the length of time I have to do it. But I cannot get sedation in my area. I have to go to the hospital that is 103 miles away to the exit, and then however deep the hospital is in the city. So over 100 miles to get to that hospital, which I cannot currently get to. I kind of feel confident that I may be able to sit in the back of the van for that hour and a half, but it's not safe for me to be laying down in the back of the van. And I heard people say, like, oh, people on the 600-pound life do it. They drive state to state, and that's fine. It's still not safe. I'm not saying that it can't be done. Obviously, it can be done. I can do it. It's just not safe. God forbid we got into a car accident. And Jimmy already isn't confident driving. So sometimes when he's not confident driving in an area, he drives like not less safe, but like his more cautious ends up being less safe. Does that make almost like too much sense? Like his need to like almost like step on the brakes like that, you know, like because he sees something that he's not sure how to handle, which could cause like rear ending and stuff. So, and being that close to the rear end, you just, yeah, it's okay, thanks. So and I have a friend who offered to drive me, but that would be the same thing. I would have to lay in her van. So it's not just about Jimmy. And if that comes to it, and we know that if it comes to it, that's what I will have to do. But like if I hadn't lost the weight, I would have had to go to Springfield to get my MRI. And I'm grateful that I lost the weight. That's all I have to say about it. The lady last MRI time was like, yes, you're underweight, but I don't know if, you know, width wise, if you're going to fit. And I did. So it was good that I fit. So it all worked out, but I just was like something to consider. If you're a person who is getting like your leg done and you happen to be extra wide in the booty, you might be underweight, but your booty size may be something to consider. So just a FYI you there. So if this happens to be unsuccessful, which I'm not putting it out there, I'm just saying, matter of fact, you know, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Then I will have to take my friend up on an offer to drive me to Springfield if she's feeling up to it. And just go from there. Now I have a friend who can drive my van, and I think she can drive to Springfield because we were talking about that recently. And if my other friend can't take me, then we'll do that. But that's just like I'm preparing for worst case scenario. And honestly, who knows what has to happen? Maybe I have to go to Springfield to get the surgery or something. Like, I don't even know. I might have to make lots of trips to Springfield. So we'll see. I mean, I don't want to say like it is what it is, but we'll see what happens. I am optimistically confident in today going well, but we don't know what today holds. Now, I want to tell you something that I have learned in the last 5 weeks with this particular injury. I am going to say that there is something beyond arthritis happening here. And I know that the bone on bone and stuff, but I'm just saying, like, listen, here's what I know about having arthritis for and dealing with it for 30 years. You can work it out. The more you move, the less it hurts. When you stretch the muscles around it, it makes the arthritis more bearable and less aggravating. You can control it with diet and medication. You have anti-inflammatory diet and an anti-inflammatory medication will help your arthritis pain. This is not that. And the reason I'm saying that is because every time I do something, even with bearing very, very minimal weight on there, like just for balance. So like I'm supporting myself, but I have my toes on the ground. Because you have to, like, you have to move your leg type thing, But it kills. Like, it hurts. Like something's wrong. You know what I mean? There's something's wrong. Me doing all of my physical exercises that I'm doing, other than this one particular leg, nothing is helping. Nothing's making it better. Every time I use it, it feels worse and worse. So I am so looking forward to answers. It's like, again, I've forgiven myself, but I've gotten so frustrated with myself that, like, why didn't I just get this other appointment? And then I waited. Monday I called and to see if they could fit me in earlier with the contrast, because now that my friend was going to drive me, I tried to see, like, could I get an earlier appointment than Friday afternoon? And of course they were completely booked with the contrast. I think I told you guys this already. Like, I don't know, does somebody special have to be there with the contrast, like a special, I don't know. But anyway, so I'm nervous babbling. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm not so nervous about the test. I'm so nervous about all the stuff leading up to it. Being able to get in the car without Jim's help. Being able to not bite off my friend's head if I get in pain or frustrated or aggravated, or, get her upset if I yelp in pain. I don't want her to be upset that I'm yelping in pain, type of thing. So it's just a lot of stuff like that. Like, I just am apprehensive about. So we'll see. Yeah. I just want to be better. I want to be better because I want to be better. I can't even describe how much I want to be better. Autumn is just passing me by. My friend Poppy FaceTimed me yesterday, and I took a autumn decor house tour with her around her house, which is gorgeous, by the way. So we have such a similar style, taste, everything. And all she kept doing, her house was beautiful, and all she kept doing, apologizing for it being a mess. I was like, listen, if your house is a mess, I don't even want to know, like, what you think of my place, type of thing. But she said, that's not why I come. I'm like, well, that's not why I want, that's not why I want you here either. But it was beautiful. It was beautiful. She has so many beautiful things. And I just had such a nice time. But it made me really, like... And then she said, I'm going to come over next week and we'll decorate your room. We'll hang up some autumn stuff around your room. And I just... that would be so beautiful. That'd be so nice. Because I miss it, Jim said hopefully this weekend, he's got a 3-day weekend because of Labor Day. And hopefully this weekend he said he wants to finish up with the decor shed situation so he could start getting the stuff out of his office. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to him for wanting to do all this, that it makes my heart happy, And sorry. if he can get my autumn box out, that'd be fantastic. But otherwise, I have some autumn stuff in my autumn DIY boxes. So, excuse me again. I was thinking of some things that I can do in bed. Catherine from Do It on a Dime made a hula hoop wreath with pool noodles on it, and she just able to stuck like the Halloween pics in the pool noodle, and I was like, I could totally do that in bed without, like, I could do that from bed. I can create something, and even if I couldn't film it, I'm sure I could, but it would probably be a mess. But even if I couldn't film it, I could still create something. I had so many ideas, like so many ideas. I know that she didn't create the pool noodle thing. I actually saw that first on a video. Ooh. This one lady had, she made like a bicycle wheel planter. It was so long ago that I really wish I could remember her name. I want to say it's like, it's got DIY in it, like my DIY or something. But she was the one who was like, I buy pool noodle instead of foam because everything sticks in there and you get so much more. And I was like, that's what I said. Boom. So, he said that he would try to maybe go for me this week. Maybe he would see if he could. I mean, I already have hula hoops. I have a pool noodle. My pool noodle, I think, is red, though. But I think I can make that work. I just want to do something besides just watch TV and play on the tablet and play on the phone and just wait. You know, I feel like I'm just waiting. Now, chances are if it's broken and I have to be in a cast or soft cast or reset or surgery, whatever, I'm going to have to just wait some more. But at least I know that I'm waiting to heal as opposed to waiting to find out what I have to do. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Jimmy weighed me this morning, and I haven't lost any more weight, but I haven't gained any weight either. I'm 332 again. Actually, technically, 332.2, so I'm down 0.2 pounds, but since my last appointment, but it's all right. I just was, or would that be from Sunday? Did we get weight on Sunday? I usually get weight on Sunday, but, and technically that was after I drank my water this morning. So whatever 24 ounces of liquid weighs, subtract that because I put that in my belly. Alexa, how much does 24 liquid ounces weigh?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Fixia.com, 24 ounces is 3 cups.
Okay. Alexa, how much does 24 ounces of water weigh?
24 fluid ounces of water weighs about 1 pound 9 ounces.
Oh, 1 pound 9 ounces. That means I'm wondering. Just kidding. I just thought that was funny. I was like, ooh. I cannot wait till I can get up and exercise with the way that I'm eating, the diet that I'm on right now. If I could move, pounds would just be falling off. I'm at a calorie deficit. I feel satisfied, nutritionally satisfied. I want to tell you, I know that I'm not doing much, so I don't feel hungry as much as I did, past. But I know that a lot of my hunger was psychological, and my new medication is actually helping with that. That's why I've been able to lose weight since December, because the reason I always overate is no longer a reason. Just looking forward to moving again. I really am. I actually had, I think I shared this in the vlog the other day, but if you don't watch every day, I'll share it again. If you do watch every day, I'm sorry that I repeat myself like an old person. Lisa said, stop calling us old ladies. We're going to act like old ladies. And I was like, well, you know, it's all relative. But anyway, as a middle-aged woman, I'm hoping that with like new hip and new knees and I'll go dancing again. Gosh, I miss dancing. Ugh, I talk about joy. I get so much joy from dancing. I get so much joy from dancing. Just letting my body go to the music. I think I mentioned it too, like hiking. Excuse me. I'm looking forward to going on long walks with Jim. That kind of stuff. It's exciting. It's exciting. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway. Now all I need is new eyes, and I will be like Jamie Summers. Actually, Jamie Summers had bionic hearing. It was Lee Majors who had, well, not Lee Majors. It was Steve Trevor. Steve Trevor. I don't even know why I just said that. Maybe because I've been watching superhero movies. It was Steve Austin that had super seeing. Do you guys remember those dolls? You like look through the back of the guy's head so that you can use like, it was like a magnifying glass in his eye. So cool. If you're not old like me, if you're not as old as I am, you may not know what I'm talking about. If you're not as old as me, there's a TV show called The $6 Million Man and then a spinoff called The Bionic Woman. And basically, they both got into terrible accidents and their bodies were rebuilt to be like super strength, hearing, and sight. He had super sight and she had super hearing. She could like tuck her hair behind her ear and like hear conversations from far, far away. Now we have earbuds to do that. Oh, I'm going to be calm. Mom has an appointment this morning before my appointment, and I'm not nervous about that, but I'm anticipating that if I need something, I have to make sure I have it before she goes. Does that make sense? So, I said to Jim this morning, because he left his badge in the van when he switched the cars over. And I said to Jim this morning, I said, just like this, I said, oh, James, where's your badge? Oh, I left it in the car. My wife's friend's taking her to get her MRI this afternoon because I couldn't take her because I have to work. And I'll have it back with me on Monday. Oh, your wife's having an MRI today? Yeah, it's at 2 o'clock, but, you know, I have to be here. Well, we can close up early. I had this whole conversation with him how it was going to go, and he looked at me like this. And I was like, well, you don't know. Today it's supposed to be ick out, like cloudy and stuff, so it could be busier being Friday. It could be slower being Friday. Plus, there's a 4-day weekend, so if the kids don't have class, you know, like maybe just have morning class or don't have class on Friday, they can go home for a 4-day weekend or whatever. So it might be really dead. And I was like, if it's really dead and she wants to let you go. I basically said to him, I'm like, honestly, Jimmy, I would die a happy person if you could be there before I went into the appointment. That's all. He's like, I understand. He goes, I'll do my best. And that's really all I can ask. I could just ask that he tries. You know what I mean? It's like, I just want you to try. I know Yoda and Mr. Miyagi are about the trying thing, but really, if you put the effort into it, that's really part of what really counts, you know? To me, anyway. I don't know about you guys. You might feel totally different about it. But anyhow, I do hope that my video about masks and vaccines did not offend anybody too terribly. But it really was important for me to share. My family member that has COVID pneumonia was put on a ventilator yesterday. Oh, excuse me. He was intubated yesterday, which I believe is put on a ventilator and then they put you into a medical induced coma so that your body can heal. A doctor shared a video. It was an article by a respiratory therapist about the 7 stages of severe COVID. I think that was the title of it, 7 stages of severe COVID. And he was reading it, and even he got choked up at the end of stages 6 and 7. And being intubated is stage 4. So it's in the middle of your halfway. And I talked to his mom yesterday, and I was like, how are you doing? And his mom is very strong and very stoic, like all the time. And I'm like, she's like, fine, why? And I was like, well, because, honey, your baby is sick, like really sick. And then she broke down and she was like, well, I was fine until you asked me. I was like, yeah, but you got to get it out. You can't hold it in. It's not good for you to hold it in. If you're not holding it in, you could be stronger. I know that sounds silly, but you can. You can. Allow yourself to break down now so that you can concentrate on not breaking down in the future. You know what, guys? I need a break. Hold on. Hi. Oh. Okay. I had to go potty. Okay. Oh. So this is what I was talking about before. Should getting up and going to the commode with putting 0 pressure on my knee cause me so much pain? If I had arthritis, no. Actually, I need water. The pain is so intense. I just have to start talking again. Okay, so I'm not really sure where I was or where I left off, so forgive me. I think I was talking about my video yesterday and the family member and this doctor I saw doing the 7 stages, and I really don't understand. I mean, I see the path and I see how. I guess I don't understand the why. Why has something how has this become so politicized? Here's the thing that's very, like, outside of the box. That's not right. I don't want to say that either. Here's a different perspective on it. The whole rest of the world, good and bad places in the world, are dying for this, and literally dying for this vaccine that you guys are just throwing away because you think the government's after you for something, or whatever your reasoning is. It's funny because I don't really care how others see me. But as a country, I am concerned how the world's look at us. In our past, the nations have always looked at us for inspiration because we were always the most advanced, forward-thinking, progressive country in the world. And we're no longer that, and we haven't been for a very long time. And I think that there's so many reasons and there's so many starts and causes that have contributed to it that I I don't really care why. It concerns me that we're no longer like that. People look at us from other parts of the country, other parts of the world. They look at this country like, what the heck is going on over there, you know? And it's funny because we like to go into other places. And I'm not saying this is nothing about Afghanistan, what we went there for, what we did the whole time we were there, any of that stuff. It's really been happening for decades and decades all across the world. But we like to go and insert ourselves into countries that don't have democracy to tell them that they need to have democracy. When here in the United States, we're trying to, or some of us are trying to get rid of the democracy here. It's kind of crazy. You guys know about the like how polls are districted? How congressional districts are created. I feel like I heard that there was like one county in the country or one state, was it like in Wisconsin or was it Wisconsin, that actually has like a geographical grid. They basically laid a 4 mile by 4 mile square grid. I mean, it's definitely more than 4 miles, but like a 4 mile by 4 mile grid over the county. And that said, everybody in this 4 mile square has this congressperson. Everybody in this 4 mile square has this congressperson. And why aren't we all like that? Why isn't the whole nation like that? Why is it broken up into socioeconomical places or neighborhoods or stuff like that? Like, why? Think about why. Even as a conservative, why is it like that? I'm curious to know what you think. You know, people are like, I'm not racist, but then have racist ideologies and not even realizing it, which is one of the things. Like, it's kind of funny because they're always like, a lot of conservatives are like, oh, the woke liberals, but I'm like, what is the damage? Like, that seems like you're trying to make it an insult, but what is the damage? Like, why are you saying being aware of my surroundings and what's going on makes it bad? Like, so being woke to other people's plights and other people's struggles or even other people's achievements and like, why is that bad? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Why you'd think woke has negative connotations. Unless you want to be in the 1956 America, there is no reason for you to be upset with being aware of something, like being woke about something. I know ignorance is bliss, and with sometimes I use that term, like I would just not rather know some things about me that people think about me because I don't really care. If there's people that I care about, then you know, they'll tell me if it's important, you know, whatever. So sorry, I have drop lips again. So I don't understand why that's a bad thing, being aware of others. And again, I hate to spout this Christianity, and I'm not pushing my Christianity on anybody, but as a Christian nation, like, what are we even talking about? We say we're a Christian nation and we have to have all of these rules because we're a Christian nation, which, first of all, we're not a Christian nation. That's besides the point. And I've had this conversation with my mother-in-law about founding fathers being Christians and coming here to be able to celebrate their Christianity. No, you know, that's not really what it was about. But even if we are a Christian nation, we're not really showing a very good example of it. We're not caring for the least of these. And I think that that's a big one. That's a huge one. Jesus was like, give me, you know, and I was just going to say what the Statue of Liberty says. I was just going to misquote Jesus and his Beatitudes, but I'm not going to. I'm not awake enough for this conversation to be this in depth, but But anyhow, I think that it is, his biggest message is love, treat with kindness. How many times did he say love? It's like, I'm sure we could count. The red letters, right? What did Jesus say about homosexuality? Nothing. Not that the Bible doesn't say it, or the Bible reinterpreted it after 46, but Jesus doesn't say anything. What did Jesus say about abortion? Nope. What does the Bible say about abortion? Actually, the Old Testament has an unborn baby as property, but women were property back then too. As a woman in 2021, do you feel like you're property? Even if you're a Christian conservative, do you feel like you're somebody's property? Do you feel like you're a person? Think about that, But yeah, if I think I don't remember where. I want to say somebody told me, I want to say somebody said it was in Numbers, but I don't know if that's true. Maybe in Exodus, I can't remember. But if you kill, I can't remember that either. Anyway, it was something like, if you kill a woman, or you make a woman lose her baby, you're entitled to financial compensation, like for loss of property, as opposed to if you kill the woman, then I think you owe them something. I don't remember. I wish I could remember all this from yesterday. It was from yesterday. My brain is just so full of stuff that's pouring out, and I'm trying to concentrate and focus on something besides my MRI, and it's really hard. It's really hard. Anyhow. You guys, why do you love me so much? Huh? I'm sorry, but the caramel pumpkin spice is really good. So good. So good. What was I gonna say? Oh, yesterday I skipped dinner because I wasn't really feeling good. And then it just got to be too late because of intermittent fasting. So I didn't feel super hungry when I went to bed. I mean, I knew I hadn't eaten. My stomach was doing like a thing, but it was all right. I was like, just go to sleep. And I think my biggest concern is when I take my medicine, if I haven't eaten within a couple hours of taking medicine, then I'm like, ugh, could affect my tummy bad. And it turned out to be okay. I think probably because I take my omeprazole at night is probably why I staved off any heartburn or indigestion or something. But folks, I am so looking forward to today, and nervous about today, and excited about today, and all the things about today. And I just wish it was tomorrow already and I had results, and I knew. And I realized that I may not get results till Monday, but then I realized Monday's a holiday, so I may not get results till Tuesday. Yay. But it is what it is. I mean, you should be able to get them right away, but it depends. I don't know. Make sure I did the test okay and I don't move and everything was clear and that kind of thing. That all has to happen before we can get results. So wish me luck, okay? It'll be over by the time you see this, but wish me luck anyway. I know you have been. I've had a lot of people reach out to me, and prayers and hopes that everything's going to be well and that everything's going to go smoothly. And I'm so grateful for you. I truly, truly am. It makes my heart super duper happy. It really does. But I'm going to go and let you go. And please, 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 just be open-minded to things that I've said about the vaccine and masks, and just please protect yourself and your community and your family. Protect your family. My family member that got it from a family member who also refused to get vaccinated. So just think about that, okay? What you do doesn't just affect you. It doesn't. It affects those around you. So keep your family safe, okay? And as always, you guys take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to come on to you real quick tonight before I go to bed, just to let everybody know that I had a bout of, not to be graphic, but diarrhea today. And because you can't get off the table for a whole hour, the technician said I shouldn't come in. So, woosah. I do have an appointment next Friday. I am going to risk it and just drive to Springfield. I have my friend who's going to take me in my car. She's going to, she drives very carefully, which is a little bit of a relief. Obviously, I'm still concerned about all the people around us, but obviously, I have to do this. Because Monday is a holiday, I can't talk to my doctor until Tuesday, but I am going to ask if I can go ahead and get both done with sedation, since I'm going to the hospital anyway. And it's not really at a hospital, but because I'm going to the one by the hospital anyway. So that's it. I will keep you informed, and I'm going to vlog tomorrow to let you guys know everything else, okay? Bye.